What a week in justice have we had. Welcome one, welcome all, and a good Saturday afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Bethea'S Byte Reloaded, your drama-free true crime destination. I'm Ernest Bethea, the last outlaw. So good to have everybody in my house this afternoon. And like I said, we have had a crazy week. So here's what I'm going to do, first of all. What's up, Blondie? I mean, good to see you. You know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to bum rush right into this. I'm going to let everybody get in. I want everybody to sit in, get your drinks, get your grub, whatever you got to get it, and get it now, because we've got a lot to cover. A lot. So while we're preparing to cover all of that, let me go ahead and give everybody everything that I've already set up for myself. First of all, again, welcome to Bethea'S Byte. So good to have everybody in my house. This is the drama-free true crime destination, where you get all the news without the drama. Your opinions matter, lively debates, your voice is heard, and above all else, justice is served. And we've got plenty to serve up today. Hey, again, thank you all for subscribing. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe, drop me a comment. I'd love to hear from you all. If you wish to join the open panel, the link is pinned in the chat if you're joining us on YouTube. And for those who are joining us for the first time, anything we say, it's all comments, statements, views. It's all speculation, deduction, theory, opinion. It's not evidential. It's not on an evidential basis. So we're all clear on that. I'll be showing this from time to time. This is just a shorter version of the copyright disclaimer. I have the full thing before me. Just know that everything we show, whether it's be from court TV, certain news sites, or whatever, we are covered under the Fair Use Act. Trigger warnings for this is for everyone from mental health on. You're gonna see and hear stories that might be triggering to your mental health. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. All right. And I'm gonna go ahead and before I even think about ending this. So you have 6 ways to get in contact with me. Hit me up on Facebook, on X, aka Twitter, right here on YouTube, on Instagram, TikTok, and of course, email. All right, now that we got everybody in my house, we've got everybody settled. I hope you're settled in, because like I said, we've got a lot to cover. I'm gonna go ahead and get started like I always do with not one, but 2 missing persons cases. I'm going to start here with Catherine Barbara Davidson. Catherine Barbara Davidson has been missing since September 1st, 1973, out of Warren Dunes State Park in Michigan. Catherine, or Kathy as she also goes by, she was born December 13th, 1966, which means she was about 6 years of age when she went missing. There's no height, no weight, but she does have. But at the time of her disappearance, she does have black hair and brown eyes. Here's your details. The FBI's Detroit Field Office and Michigan State Police are seeking the public's assistance in locating Catherine Barbara Davidson. On September 1st, 1973, 6-year-old Catherine was reported missing at Warren Dunes State Park in Sawyer, Michigan. It is believed that her possible death occurred in the Chicago, Illinois area around that same time period. If you have any information on the whereabouts of Catherine Barbara Davidson, you are asked to contact the local FBI office. In this case, the FBI field office is in Detroit, Michigan. Contact them, call 911. Please, whatever you do, do not hesitate in this, okay? Next up is Jane McDonald Crone. Jane McDonald Crone has been missing since November 14th, 1993, out of Conroe, Texas. Born December 16th, 1958, which means, let's see now, I think she's about, 58, 68, 70, 88, 98, 08, 18, 19, 21, 2, 3. She's about 65 years of age, if my math is correct. At the time of her disappearance, she stood about 5 feet. She stood about 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighed around 140 pounds, with dark brown hair and green eyes. Here's your details on this case. Jane McDonald Crone left her home near Magnolia, Texas, for her job at a tool company in Houston the morning of November 12, 1993. She did not return to her home or to her workplace after leaving for work that evening. Crone is believed to be a victim of a possible kidnapping. Crone's 1982 blue Ford Mustang, Texas license plate number FXY01G, was found on November 16, 1993, 4 days later, in southwest Montgomery County, Texas, which is a few miles from her home. Her purse and identification were not found in the car, and there were no signs of violence. Crone was last seen dancing with a man at a nightclub in North Harris County, Texas, at about 1 a.m. on November 14, 1993. She was last seen wearing dark jeans, a light-colored blouse with long sleeves, and white sneakers. She was attending North Harris County College in Tomball, Texas, at the time of her disappearance. If you have any information regarding the whereabouts of Jane McDonald Crone, again, please do not hesitate. Call 911 or get in contact with the Houston, Texas FBI field office. In both of these cases of Jane McDonald Crone and Catherine Barbara Davidson, if you have any information you want to submit your tip anonymously, you can. You can submit it online at tips.fbi.gov. But remember, as I always say, if you see something, say something. Let's do everything we can. Let's do everything we can and bring both Jane and Catherine home safe. Okay, let's get down to these huge mega cases because we got a lot to get to. Let me start with the Take Care of Maya trial. All right, that's the first thing I want to take you to. That's right. If you see something, say something. That's what I preach. That's what I preach with all these missing cases, and I know others do the same as well. Well, so thank you for putting that up, single mom. All right, I'm gonna try to get this up real quick because there's so much to cover. Okay. Okay. First thing we're going to cover is the verdict in the take care of Maya case and whether or not Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital is liable for everything that has happened to the Kowalski family, including the self-inflicted unaliving of Beata Kowalski. Let me take you to that verdict right now.
Okay, members of the jury, welcome back. I have been told, or I've received a note from you that you have reached a verdict. Is that correct?
Yes.
Can the foreperson hand the verdict form to the court deputy who will bring it to me? Okay, you're going to ask the clerk to publish the verdict, please.
In the 12th Judicial Circuit in and for Sarasota County, Florida, case number 2018 CA 005321NC. Jack Kowalski, individually, Jack Kowalski as parent and next friend of MK, a minor, and Jack Kowalski as personal representative of the estate of Beata Kowalski plaintiffs versus Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital Incorporated defendant. Verdict form. We, the jury, return the following verdict. Claim 1, false imprisonment, October 7th through October 13th, 2016, Maya Kowalski. 1. Did Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital falsely imprison Maya Kowalski without legal authority under circumstances that were unreasonable and unwarranted between October 7th and October 13th, 2016? Yes. 2. What is the total amount of Maya Kowalski's damages for the medical and psychological expenses to be incurred in the future after she reaches the age of 18 based on the false imprisonment occurring between October 7th and October 13th, 2016? $2,496,000. 3. What is the total amount of Maya Kowalski's damages for pain and suffering, mental anguish, inconvenience, and loss of capacity for the enjoyment of life sustained in the past and to be sustained in the future based on the false imprisonment occurring between October 7th and October 13th, 2016? $3 million. 4. What is the reasonable value or expense of hospitalization and medical, psychological, and nursing care and treatment necessarily or reasonably obtained by Jack Kowalski for his child, Maya Kowalski, in the past, or to be so obtained in the future until Maya Kowalski reaches the age of 18, based on the false imprisonment occurring between October 7th and October 13th, 2016. $67,200. 5. Under the circumstances of this case, state whether you find by clear and convincing evidence that punitive damages are warranted for the false imprisonment occurring between October 7th and October 13th, 2016. Yes. Claim 1, false imprisonment, October 18th through October 20th, 2016, Maya Kowalski. 6. Did Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital falsely imprison Maya Kowalski without legal authority under circumstances that were unreasonable and unwarranted between October 18th and October 20th, 2016? Yes. 7. What was the total amount of Maya Kowalski's damages for medical and psychological expenses to be incurred in the future after she reaches the age of 18, based on the false imprisonment occurring between October 18th and October 20th, 2016? $1,400,000. 8. What is the total amount of Maya Kowalski's damages for pain and suffering, mental anguish, inconvenience, and loss of capacity for the enjoyment of life sustained in the past and to be sustained in the future based on the false imprisonment occurring between October 18th and October 20th, 2016? $3 million. 9. What is the reasonable value or expense of hospitalization and medical, psychological, and nursing care and treatment necessarily or reasonably obtained by Jack Kowalski for his child, Maya Kowalski, in the past or to be so obtained in the future until Maya Kowalski reaches the age of 18, based on the false imprisonment occurring between October 18th and October 20th, 2016? $561,298. 10. Under the circumstances of this case, state whether you find by clear and convincing evidence that punitive damages are warranted for the false imprisonment occurring between October 18th and October 20th, 2016. Yes. Claim 1, false imprisonment, January 6th, 2017, Maya Kowalski. 11. Did Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital falsely imprison Maya Kowalski without legal authority under circumstances that were unreasonable and unwarranted on January 6, 2017? Yes. 12. What is the total amount of Maya Kowalski's damages for medical and psychological expenses to be incurred in the future after she reaches the age of 18, based on the false imprisonment occurring on January 6, 2017? $188,000. 13. What is the total amount of Maya Kowalski's damages for pain and suffering, mental anguish, inconvenience, and loss of capacity for the enjoyment of life sustained in the past and to be sustained in the future, based on the false imprisonment occurring on January 6, 2017? $15 million. 14. What is the reasonable value or expense of hospitalization and medical, psychological, and nursing care and treatment necessarily or reasonably obtained by Jack Kowalski for his child, Maya Kowalski, in the past or to be so obtained in the future until Maya Kowalski reaches the age of 18, based on the false imprisonment occurring on January 6, 2017? $325,000. 15. Under the circumstances of this case, state whether you find by clear and convincing evidence that punitive damages are warranted for the false imprisonment occurring on January 6, 2017. Yes. Claim 2, battery, January 6, 2017, Maya Kowalski. 16. Did Catherine Beatty and any bedside nurse commit a battery on Maya Kowalski on January 6, 2017? Yes. 17. What is the total amount of Maya Kowalski's damages for psychological treatment incurred in the future after she reaches the age of 18, based on the battery occurring on January 6, 2017? $4 million. 18. What is the total amount of Maya Kowalski's damages for pain and suffering, disability, physical impairment, mental anguish, inconvenience, and loss of capacity for the enjoyment of life sustained in the past and to be sustained in the future, based on the battery occurring on January 6, 2017? $8 million. 19. What is the reasonable value or expense of hospitalization and medical, psychological, and nursing care and treatment necessarily or reasonably obtained by Jack Kowalski for his child, Maya Kowalski, in the past or to be so obtained in the future until Maya Kowalski reaches the age of 18, based on the battery occurring on January 6, 2017? $559,000. 20. Under the circumstances of this case, state whether you find by clear and convincing evidence that punitive damages are warranted for the battery occurring on January 6, 2017. Yes. Claim 2. Battery, hugs, pats, kisses, and placing on lap, Maya Kowalski. 21. Did Catherine Beatty commit one or more batteries on Maya Kowalski through hugging, patting, kissing, and placing Maya Kowalski on her lap? Yes. 22. What is the total amount of Maya Kowalski's damages for psychological treatment incurred in the future after she reaches the age of 18, based on Catherine Beatty's hugging, patting, kissing, and placing Maya Kowalski on her lap? $8 million. 23. What is the total amount of Maya Kowalski's damages for pain and suffering, disability, physical impairment, mental anguish, inconvenience, and loss of capacity for the enjoyment of life sustained in the past and to be sustained in the future, based on Catherine Beatty's hugging, patting, kissing, and placing Maya Kowalski on her lap? $11 million. 24. What is the reasonable value or expense of hospitalization and medical, psychological, and nursing care and treatment necessarily or reasonably obtained by Jack Kowalski for his child, Maya Kowalski, in the past or to be so obtained in the future until Maya Kowalski reaches the age of 18, based on Catherine Beatty's hugging, patting, kissing, and placing Maya Kowalski on her lap? $1,000. Claim 3, medical negligence, Maya Kowalski. 25. Was Dr. Sally Smith an apparent agent of Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital at the time and place of any treatment she provided to Maya Kowalski? Yes. 26. Was Dr. Sally Smith negligent in the medical care of Maya Kowalski? And was that negligence a legal cause of loss, injury, or damage to Maya Kowalski? Yes. 27. Excluding and not considering the conduct of Dr. Sally Smith, were one or more healthcare providers negligent in the medical care of Maya Kowalski at Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital? And was their negligence a legal cause of loss, injury, or damage to Maya Kowalski? Yes. 28. What is the total amount of Maya Kowalski's damages for lost earnings in the past, loss of earning capacity in the future, medical, psychological, and nursing care and treatment expenses to be incurred in the future? $4,700,000. 29. What is the total amount of Maya Kowalski's damages for pain and suffering, disability or physical impairment, mental anguish, inconvenience, aggravation of a disease or physical defect, and loss of capacity for the enjoyment of life sustained in the past and to be sustained in the future? $22 million. Claim 4, fraudulent billing for Mr. Kowalski. 30. Did All Children's Hospital fraudulently misrepresent a material matter in its invoices to Jack Kowalski or his insurers? Yes. 31. Did Jack Kowalski or his insurance company rely to their detriment on the fraudulent misrepresentation you found in in answer to question 30? Yes. 32. What is the total amount of Jack Kowalski's damages for any deductibles or co-pays incurred as a result of Maya Kowalski's sheltering at Johns Hopkins, or increases in the cost of insurance coverage in the past or in the future, including increased premiums, co-pays, and higher deductibles? $3 million. 33. What is the total amount of Jack Kowalski's damages for the difficulty of finding insurance in the future? $2 million. Claim 5. Survivor claim for the intentional infliction of emotional distress in the estate of Beata Kowalski. 34. Did Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital, through the acts of its employees, engage in extreme and outrageous conduct, intending that conduct to cause or with reckless disregard of the high probability of causing severe emotional distress to Beata Kowalski prior to her death? Yes. 35. What is the total amount of Beata Kowalski's damages for pain and suffering or mental anguish caused by the extreme emotional distress prior to her death on January 7, 2017? $3 million. Claim 6. Wrongful death claim for intentional infliction of emotional distress causing death in the estate of Beata Kowalski. 36. The Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital, through the acts of its employees, engage in extreme and outrageous conduct, intending that conduct to cause or with reckless disregard of the high probability of causing severe emotional distress to Beata Kowalski that was sufficient to be a legal cause of Beata Kowalski's death by suicide? Yes. 37. Did the conduct that you found in question 36 create in Beata Kowalski an uncontrollable impulse to die by suicide? Yes. 38. Was the conduct that you found in question 36 a substantial factor in Beata Kowalski's death by suicide? Yes. Question 39 addresses damages of the estate. What is the total amount of any damages sustained by the estate for loss of net accumulations? $653,676. Question 40 and 41 address damages of surviving spouse Jack Kowalski. 40. What is the amount of any damages sustained by Jack Kowalski for the loss of Beata Kowalski's support and services and funeral expenses resulting from Beata Kowalski's death paid by Jack Kowalski? $18 million. 41. What is the total amount of damages sustained by Jack Kowalski for the loss of his wife's companionship and protection and for his pain and suffering as a result of Beata Kowalski's death? $50 million. Number 42. What is the total amount of damages sustained by Maya Kowalski for the loss of Beata Kowalski's support and services? $2 million. 43. What is the total amount of damages sustained by Maya Kowalski for the loss of parental companionship, instruction and guidance, and Maya Kowalski's pain and suffering as a result of Beata Kowalski's injury and death? $18 million. Question 44 and 45 address the survivor damages of Kyle Kowalski. 44. What is the total amount of damages sustained by Kyle Kowalski for the loss of Beata Kowalski's support and services? $2 million. 45. What is the total amount of damages sustained by Kyle Kowalski for the loss of parental companionship, instruction, and guidance, and Kyle Kowalski's pain and suffering as a result of Beata Kowalski's injury and death? $18 million. Claim 7. Intentional infliction of emotional distress, Maya Kowalski. 46, the Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital, where the acts of its employees engage in extreme and outrageous conduct, intending that conduct to cause or with reckless disregard of the high probability of causing severe emotional distress to Maya Kowalski. Yes. 47. What is the total amount of Maya Kowalski's damages for lost earnings in the past, loss of earning capacity in the future, medical expenses incurred in the past, and medical expenses to be incurred in the future? $3 million. 48. What is the total amount of Maya Kowalski's damages for pain and suffering, disability or physical impairment, mental anguish, inconvenience, aggravation of a disease or physical defect, and loss of capacity for the enjoyment of life sustained in the past and to be sustained in the future? $7,500,000. So say we all, this 9th day of November 2023, for a person.
Hand me back the verdict form, please. Do the attorneys wish to inspect the verdict form?
Yes.
Please come, counsel, please come forward if you wish to inspect the.
Ladies and gentlemen, the pain on that from that family as that verdict was being read, I couldn't describe if I tried. But as I said in the chat a little bit ago, my heart breaks for that family. But as you all know, this thing also went to a part 2, a part where the punitive damages were decided. So as you know, they were Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital is going to be paying that family in actual damages $211,451,471 in actual damages. But what about punitive damages? Are they responsible for that? Let's find out together.
Okay, Madam Clerk, please publish the verdict.
In the 12th Judicial Circuit in and for Sarasota County, Florida, case number 2018 CA 005321NC. Jack Kowalski individually, Jack Kowalski as parent and next friend of MK, a minor, and Jack Kowalski as personal representative of the estate of Beata Kowalski, plaintiffs versus Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital Incorporated defendant. Punitive damages verdict form. We, the jury, return the following verdict in regard to punitive damages. Claim 1A, false imprisonment between October 7th and October 13th, 2016, Maya Kowalski. 1. What is the total amount of punitive damages, if any, which you find, by the greater weight of the evidence, should be assessed against Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital for the false imprisonment of Maya Kowalski occurring between October 7th and October 13th, 2016? $15 million. 2. Do you find by clear and convincing evidence that at the time of the false imprisonment of Maya Kowalski between October 7th and October 13th, 2016, did Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital have a specific intent to harm Maya Kowalski, and did the conduct of Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital in fact harm Maya Kowalski? Yes. Claim 1B, false imprisonment between October 18th and October 20th, 2016, Maya Kowalski. 4, what is the total amount of punitive damages, if any, which you find by the greater weight of the evidence should be assessed against Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital for the false imprisonment of Maya Kowalski occurring between October 18th and October 20th, 2016? $10 million. 5, do you find by clear and convincing evidence that at the time of the false imprisonment of Maya Kowalski between October 18th and October 20th, 2016, did Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital have a specific intent to harm Maya Kowalski, and did the conduct of Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital in fact harm Maya Kowalski? Yes. Claim 1C and Claim 2, false imprisonment and battery, January 6, 2017, Maya Kowalski. 7, what is the total amount of punitive damages, if any, which you find by the greater weight of the evidence should be assessed against Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital for the false imprisonment and battery of Maya Kowalski occurring on January 6, 2017? $25 million. 8, do you find by clear and convincing evidence that at the time of the false imprisonment and battery of Maya Kowalski occurring on January 6, 2017, did Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital have a specific intent to harm Maya Kowalski, and did the conduct of Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital in fact harm Maya Kowalski? Yes. So say we all this 9th day of November 2023, foreperson.
May I have the verdict form back, please? Do the attorneys wish to examine the verdict form? Yes,
sir. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how good your basic math is, but I know I haven't missed mine, and I can tell you that that's another $50 million that Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital is going to have to shell out to the Kowalski family. So, if my math is correct, that's what? Well over $250 million with a B dollars that they have to pay that family. $267 million plus. But no matter, but I've said this live when the verdict went down, when the initial verdict went down, and I'm saying it here live today. No matter how much money the Kowalski family is going to be awarded, they're still suffering the biggest loss, that of Jack Kowalski's wife, Maya and Kyle Kowalski's mother, Beata. No amount of money is going to be able to bring her back. Oh, and I just found out one other thing. And I'm going to take you guys back to Court TV real quick, because there is another developing story out of this. Just when you thought they were done, think again. Okay, let me back up here. All right, so we're good. We're good. We're set for that. Let me see what we go. Single mom asks, does the hospital have that kind of money? They should. They should, despite the fact that they're supposed to be a nonprofit hospital, they should have that kind of money to keep their doors open. If not, I can almost guarantee that trying to pay the Kowalski family what they're owed, courtesy of this case, could leave them, this particular Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital in Florida, bankrupt. But then again, that's just my opinion. I could be dead wrong. All right, let me take you, as you can see by my good friend here in the suit, that's Michael Ayala, one of Court TV's best. He has some as another development in this case. Mike, do the thing.
Welcome back. We want to turn to the Take Care of Maya civil trial now. Yesterday, the jury found Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital liable for 7 claims against then 10-year-old Maya Kowalski, which included false imprisonment and battery. Jurors awarded the family a total of more than $260 million in damages, but the hospital may not be out of legal trouble just yet. The Kowalskis are now filing a criminal complaint for sexual assault. The issue came up very early in the civil trial when their attorney, Gregory Anderson, addressed it outside the presence of the jury.
I said, Maya, we're going to dismiss Ms. Beatty. Now, are you telling me every single encounter you had there? I need to know every single encounter, no matter how big or small you think it is. And she told me one story about them dancing around her to try to get her to get out of bed and dance, and we know about this. Then she broke down, and then she told me that she had a doctor come in, and she figured it was a doctor because she described him as being tall, thin, glasses, I think she said round glasses, and dirty blonde hair. With a lab coat on, she could identify his belt and his pants. The doctor walked in, male, without chaperone or assistant. The doctor walked over to her and said, "May I take a peek?" The doctor pulled down Maya's pajamas. This was pretty late in the day. I know it was short shorts or pajamas, but it had a drawstring. Pulled them down, pulled her panties down, and then stared at her vagina for, Maya said, long enough for her to be not only startled, but start to cry. Whereupon he turned around, went to the door, turned around his shoulder and said, "Thanks." She never saw him again. Now, as an officer of the court, I will swear everywhere, had I known anything about this, I would have immediately brought it to the attention of both the court and to opposing counsel. I then waited. I've waited for the past 3 or 4 days, however long it's been, because I wanted to corroborate before I brought this before the court. So Maya was able to locate a witness where approximately 2 years, a little less than 2 years after it happened, she told a young man who was a friend of hers what happened, and he is willing to testify about it.
Now, the defense argued the plaintiffs could not add that claim to the civil trial because it would require a motion to change the complaint and could push the trial back another year. Ultimately, the judge decided not to allow it in this case. All right, joining me now to talk about this huge development is the Kowalski family's attorney, Gregory Anderson. Gregory, thank you so much for joining us. First and foremost, I want to congratulate you on your historic verdict. Number one, I don't think there's very few people in the world who know how much work it takes for a case like that. And I would imagine last night might have been the first night in a long time you got to decent night's sleep. So I think that's fair. So I want to know how you and the family are doing now, a day removed from yesterday's.
First off, I'm saying to everyone that's in shock, like, essay against this hospital. What? Yeah, they're not kidding. This time that's a criminal complaint. If that means people responsible for that happening could see some jail time. And just like I said in the chat, with the emojis to go with it, out of the frying pan and into the fire. This time, this could get a lot uglier for that Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital. Guys, I don't know what else I can tell you, but all I know is that hospital is in more trouble than they realize. I'll keep you abreast on all the developments as always. But all I can tell you right now, this is something we do not want to make light of. And yes, you're right. We are Cody's voice. This is crazy. And I've covered a lot of crazy cases, but nothing like this. Yeah, you're right. Very, very crazy. Yeah. But again, nothing like we've covered crazy cases before here in Bethea'S Byte Reloaded, but nothing to this extent. All right, let's see if I can dip out of here and go to yet another verdict that went down this week. That was in the no, not that trial. Hang on, guys. I'm trying to find the link to that to the second verdict we came up with during this week. Oh, and yeah. I am promising everybody that's in this chat that I have the link here. I will be going through this. We will get to the confession, or the alleged confession, of Cory Bigsby about the possible death of 4-year-old Codi during this edition of Bethea'S Byte Reloaded. All right, let's see. Can I get it? Yes, I can. Oh, yes. All right. Yep. I think a lot of people who have followed the Codi Bigsby case has adopted him as a little son, grandson, or whatever that case may be. All right, guys, let me get you to the case of the dentist mastermind murder trial, State of Florida versus Charlie Adelson. And this is going to be rather short, yet and still I need to put up the old copyright. Okay, there we go. How did I got that? Yeah. Let me go ahead and, like I said, this is going to be rather short because this is we're heading straight for the verdict right now.
The verdict form is in its proper order. Madam Clerk, please publish the verdict.
In the Circuit Court of the Second Judicial Circuit in and for Leon County, Florida, the State of Florida versus Charles Adelson, case number 2016 CF 3036B, verdict. Count 1. We, the jury, find as follows as to count 1 of the indictment, first-degree murder. The defendant is guilty of first-degree murder. Count 2. We, the jury, find as follows as to count 2 of the indictment, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. The defendant is guilty of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. Count 3. We, the jury, find as follows as to count 3 of the indictment, solicitation to commit first-degree murder. The defendant is guilty of solicitation to commit first-degree murder. So say we all this 6th day of November, 2023.
There you have that one, ladies and gentlemen. Now here's the details in that. Florida dentist has been found guilty of all charges in the plot to kill his ex-brother-in-law. A jury convicted, as you just heard, Charlie Adelson of first-degree murder, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, and solicitation to commit first-degree murder in the death of Florida State University law professor Dan Markell. Adelson was remanded to custody pending sentencing on December 12th. Prosecutors say Adelson plotted the 2014 murder of Markell so that his sister Wendy could relocate freely with the couple's children. Markell and his ex-wife were embroiled in a contentious custody battle at the time Markell was gunned down in the driveway of his Tallahassee home. Adelson's defense team's request to keep interviews and recordings of Catherine Magbanowa was granted. Magbanowa, who was Adelson's ex-girlfriend, was sentenced to life in prison plus 2 additional 30-year sentences on charges of conspiracy to commit murder and solicitation to commit murder. Are we seeing a future sentencing here? Magbanowa's ex and father of their children, Sigfredo Garcia, was the one who fired the gun that killed Markell. He was convicted in 2019 and received a life sentence plus an additional 30 years on a conspiracy charge. According to the indictment, Adelson solicited Garcia and another man, Luis Rivera, to kill Markell. Rivera pled guilty to second-degree murder when he struck a plea deal in 2016. He was sentenced to 19 years. Last week, a judge ordered Adelson's parents to face questioning ahead of trial. According to court records, Adelson's parents had planned to plead the fifth at questioning, but hadn't ruled out testifying at trial. The judge then ruled that the Adelsons must answer the state's questions or risk being held in contempt. Just before the trial began, both sides agreed not to call the couple. The state stipulated that Harvey or Donna Adelson's attorney said the pair planned to assert their Fifth Amendment right to silence during any interviews. The judge also ruled that the jurors could look at video allegedly showing Adelson speaking with one of the accused hitmen. Oh, there it is, guys. It's Charlie Adelson guilty. But there's also the possibility that Harvey, Donna, or even Wendy could be charged in this case as well. So there is again there's so much to consider. So if you're thinking that this is over with, not yet, not by a long shot. Like the take care of Maya civil case, which is about to go criminal. I'll be keeping abreast on this as well. So hang tight, guys. This may get uglier before it's long over said and done. All right, next up, we have yet another trial that the jury has reached a verdict in. So we're gonna take you to the verdict in the hit and run wife homicide trial. That's the state of Wisconsin versus Lori Ann Phillips. Okay, if everyone's ready, here we go with yet another verdict.
State of Wisconsin versus Lori Phillips, La Crosse County case number 20 CF 364. Verdict: we, the jury, find the defendant, Lori Phillips, not guilty. Signed by the juror foreperson, dated this 10th day of November 2023.
Members of the jury, as to count one, is that your verdict? I just need you to say yes in unison if that's correct. Yes. All right. Would either party like me to poll the jury?
No. No, Your Honor.
With that, members of the jury, you are now completed your service. You've been having 5 hard days here. Sorry, the food came late, but this has been a difficult trial. I understand that. I will talk to you once we're done, and we'll talk about how we go from here. I do need to inform you, or I can inform you, you do not have to answer questions about the case with anyone other than the court. There is no requirement that you maintain secrecy concerning what happened in the jury room, but you do not have to discuss the case with anyone or answer any questions about it. You are, and I do give a little bit more advice, which is if you are willing to talk to somebody like the attorneys, sometimes they want to know what happened. You're always welcome to talk about your experience. I'd ask you not to talk about the other jurors and let them say what they would like. Otherwise, I do thank you so much for this whole week. It's been a very difficult week, very difficult to end here, and I appreciate all your attention and all your hard work. I will be right out there. Thank you again.
So there you go. This one, yeah, this is one of the first not guilties that I've seen and covered here at Bethea'S Byte Reloaded, and I have this feeling that it will not be the last. We Are Codi's voice is joining me. How you doing? We Are Cody's voice. Can you hear me? Well, she's on. Well, she was on screen. She'll likely be back. This happens a great deal. So basically, like I said, Lori Ann Phillips not guilty of of killing her husband. But I also want to let you legals know. Should there be any further evidence that that could link Lori to her husband's death, that's all fine and dandy, except you have one problem. It's called double jeopardy, which means Lori cannot be tried for this particular crime a second time. So there's that, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm going to go, and I am going to keep my promise, and I am going to go first thing to the alleged confession by Cory Bigsby. Now, everybody knows what happened in that, what is happening in that case. 4-year-old Codi Bigsby has been missing for quite some time. He is still missing as of May. We don't know if he is no longer with us or not. But there is an alleged confession by Cody's dad, Cory, and of course, Court TV covered it. We Are Cody's Voice is saying that there is another letter. I would love to see that. No, the sound isn't working. That sucks. I would love to have you up because I would love to hear what you have to say about this. Hopefully, we will find out exactly what's going on. What's going on in that case, and maybe, just maybe, Codi will get the justice he's seeking. All right, let's see. I've got a lineup of stories. No, I've already went through that. Let's see. That. Oh boy. Got a bunch of cases. Got a bunch of cases I'm loading up on because it's been a while. I've said it before. It's been a wild week. Oh, okay. Let's see. Can you hear me now? We Are Cody's Voice. Can you hear me? I don't know if you're muted or not.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing? Oh man, all right. Let's get you back on here. How you doing?
Good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Welcome.
Thank you.
All right. You mentioned in the chat that there might be another letter.
Yes, there is another letter in Cory's composition book that they found in his jail cell. He actually mentions in that one, which they have not let that be public yet, that he killed Codi on June the 18th of 2021.
Oh my God.
He beat him to death. He took him upstairs. He did put him in the bathtub of running water. After he got him out of the bathroom, now this is a trigger warning here. He actually
hang on. Let me put that up because of course that like I always tell everybody that when it comes down to stuff like this, it is a trigger warning. And if they can't handle stuff like this is where they need to turn away.
Absolutely.
So there you go. No, again, as always, what you're about to hear may be triggering to your mental health. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
Okay,
go ahead.
He got Codi out of the bathtub. Cory was sitting on the toilet, and he reached and he wiped feces on Codi.
Oh my God.
That was in the letter. He said he beat him so bad that he went into cardiac arrest. Put him in the freezer. Oh. And then he went out and took him to, it's an amusement park that we have in Richmond, and it's called King's Dominion.
And I know about that place. I once went there. I once went there with my Job Corps group when I was there back then. That was
Yeah.
about a good 20 years ago.
Yeah. Well, he says that he buried Cody out by King's Dominion at a wood line next to a
Hmm.
tree in a Dallas Cowboys blanket. So the letters that are out, it does mention a few of these things, but like the Commonwealth's attorney and everyone allegedly is believing the one that they're not making public right now.
Hmm.
So I'm heartbroken. I have for 2 years been searching, have not stopped searching for this baby. I've done all kinds of things for him to raise awareness, and it's not about me, it's about the baby, and when this came out, I completely lost my mind.
Well,
I knew
I'm
it. I
glad.
knew he did it, but I didn't. I didn't want to believe what I was hearing, the extent of what he did to the baby.
Hmm.
And we found out so much stuff. Like the sister isn't the sister. I mean, it's just the sister is the girlfriend. They had a party on June 17th for her birthday, and Cody was killed on the 18th of June. So there's going to be more charges coming from what I'm hearing.
I can believe that. I can
Hmm.
totally believe that. Also, I wanted to say that I applaud you for sticking to this case like glue, just like I'm sticking to the boy in the box trial. I found out last night that the dad is gonna be sentenced this Thursday in that
Oh,
case, and
wow.
I can't wait. I can't wait, and I'm still on pins and needles as to when his wife is gonna be on trial too.
Yes. Well, we have another trial, another pre-trial coming up in February for Cory.
This ought to be interesting. This will definitely be interesting. So everybody within eye shot of this live stream, within earshot of our voices, stay glued to wherever you're getting your live stream coverage on the Codi Bigsby case, including Bethea'S Byte Reloaded. We will have this covered. We are Cody's voice. Thank you so much for dropping that bit of information. And like I said, I've got so many other kids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that I've got loaded up. I've got more cases, a week's worth of stuff to get to, and plus adding the Codi Bigsby coverage. I mean, just for example, listen to this. File this one under justice served. A Texas woman was sentenced to life in prison for her role in physically abusing her boyfriend's twin daughters, resulting in one's death. That's according to the district attorney's office. After less than an hour of deliberation, a Brazos County jury found 43-year-old Jessica Bundren guilty of physically abusing her boyfriend's 6-year-old daughters, resulting in the death in one of the girls. That's according to Brazos County Assistant District Attorney Kara Compte. Bundren of Byron, Texas, was arrested in 2020, accused of physically abusing both girls for not eating fast enough and wetting the bed, according to local authorities. Ariana Rose Battelle died on August 27, 2020, as a result of the injury she suffered, but her twin sisters survived the injuries. Bundren is currently being held in Brazos County Jail after being convicted on a charge of injury to a child, intentionally and knowing serious bodily injury, Compte said. A jury found that Bundren should serve the maximum sentence of life in a state penitentiary and be fined $10,000, adding that Bundren has not gone to trial yet on the additional charge for injuring the surviving twin patients. A Brazos County grand jury indicted the girl's father, Justin Hopper, on 2 counts of injury to a child with the intent to cause bodily injuries in December 2020. Hopper is scheduled for a status hearing on December 14. All right, that's what I wanted to get to real quick. And I want you all to get a good look at Patience. I mean, not Patience. This is Ariana. I can ask why till I'm blue in the face, because that's all I'm going to come up with. Why? Dr. Evan Matches, a forensic pathologist who was called to testify in Bundren's trial by her defense team, confirmed that Ariana was beaten to death, but could not verify who dealt the blows that took her life. She was tortured, the doctor said. She may have been sexually assaulted as part of the process. Her death was slow and painful. However, the forensic experts said that scientifically it's impossible to tell who inflicted the fatal injuries, saying it's not the job of the forensic pathologist to determine who did what. It's our job to determine what happened. Compte said, while Bundren has never confessed to the crimes, that she admits to disciplining the girls by spankings or swats. Police responded to the 911 call the day Ariana died, said the little girl was found with what appeared to be welts and puncture wounds made by a belt. Now, if that's the case, then there must be something attached to that belt that could make those kind of wounds. Compy told Newsweek. Oh, wait. I skipped something. I think Patience told investigators that she and Ariana would be punished if they ate lunch too slowly or wet the bed, and said that both Bundren and their father would use a belt and paddle, according to the arrest report by Bryan police. Police noted in the report that Patience had a black eye, a scab on her neck, and appeared to be in pain and moved with difficulty. She also had 2 broken fingers, telling investigators that her father used a wooden paddle to hit her hand. Compy told Newsweek that the abuse was never reported because it happened during the early months of the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. Since no one had seen the girls, Compy said it was hard to pinpoint exactly how long the abuse occurred, saying investigators believe it may have started somewhere in July or August of 2020, and Ariana died in October. Family did not see the girls because it was during COVID and they were keeping the girls away from people, including school. They were attending school virtually, according to Compte. Kimberly Elias, the grandmother of Ariana and Patience, told Newsweek in an interview on Saturday that she was wholeheartedly grateful that Bundren was given a life sentence, that the punishment doesn't ease the pain of Ariana's death. 46-year-old Elias said during Bundren's trial last week the twins' family heard graphic testimony and saw horrific photos of the girls' beaten, bruised, and tortured little bodies that they will never be able to erase from their minds. She told Newsweek that she is the ex-wife of the twins' paternal grandfather and will always be the girls' Mimi. She said without Ariana, the family will never be at peace or be whole again. That option was ripped away from us by 2 monsters. As parents, we are supposed to love and protect our children from the monsters, yet they were the monsters. We've listened to testimony all last week and seen pictures that we will never be able to erase from our minds. Honestly, it's been a living hell from the beginning, but we are grateful that someone is finally paying for this crime. Elias said that while most media outlets identified Bundren as the girl's stepmother, she was their father's live-in girlfriend. Elias said that Hopper had custody of the twins at the time of Ariana's death. She told Newsweek that Ariana was the sweetest little girl who was full of life and love. Elias said Ariana and Patience were best friends. With the actions of these monsters, there is now half of a hole left. She says Patience will never be the same without Ariana. Guys, you're looking at this picture, and the first thing I think of is that that there's a saying that if a little girl ends up with a sister, she has a built-in best friend. As you can see by this picture, these two were tight. And it's sad that it saddens me that children are treated like this. And to make it worse, they're treated like this by the ones who are supposed to care for and protect them. In the 3 years since losing her twin sister and recovering from her own physical injuries, Patience is doing better, her grandmother said, adding that the mental and emotional toll of the ordeal is something she will carry with her for the rest of her life. She is with a really, really good foster family who she absolutely loves with her whole heart, and she is wanting to be adopted by them. This past birthday, she stated she didn't want a birthday party. She wanted an adoption party, and I fully support that. Elias said that Patience has been with her foster family for 3 years and has a very stable and happy life. That makes me so happy and excited for her, she said. I've seen the smile and light back in her eyes. Elias said that the girl's father deserves to be convicted and face the maximum sentence for his role in the abuse. Justice has already whispered in his ear, "I'm coming for you next," she said. Justice has already whispered in his ear, "I'm coming for you next." Of any quote I've ever heard in articles like this, that one has to be the most powerful ever. So Justin Hopper, get ready, because you're going to get yours. Count on it. All right. Next on the docket, family goes on vacation. Husband's body is found dead, and the rest of the family, the wife and 2 sons, are charged with his death. Oh, wrong. No, that's the wrong story. Hang on, guys. That's the wrong story. I'll get to that one in a minute. No. Ooh. There we go. That's the one. Okay. Dad was killed on vacation in Florida, and now his wife and 2 sons are charged in the case. The body of David Rainey found in a canal behind a house he and his family had rented hours after he vanished in 2021. For 2 years, authorities sought tips in the killing of a Florida man whose body was found submerged in a canal during a weekend getaway. In the summer of 2021, 52-year-old David Rainey of Palm Coast was vacationing in Swanee with his wife, Cindy Rainey, their children, and a family friend, Jeffrey Sawyer, in a house they rented for the weekend. That's according to the Dixie County Sheriff's Office. On the morning of July 25th, 2021, Cindy reported that her husband of 21 years was missing. Cindy told deputies that her husband walked away from the rental house on Saturday evening after the couple had gotten into an argument. This is David. Get a good look, friends. That's David. David left without his glasses, wallet, and cell phone, according to the sheriff's office. After an extensive search of the area, deputies located David's body that night in the canal in the backyard of the rental house. He had been stabbed multiple times in the chest and was placed in the water after he was killed, according to the sheriff's office. His death was ruled a homicide. Now, more than 2 years after his death, 3 members of David's own family, his wife and his 2 sons, were arrested in connection with his death. Investigators with the Dixie County Sheriff's Office traveled to Bunnell, Flagler County, and arrested Cindy and son Bailey Rainey. They traveled to Orlando and Orange County to arrest another son, Jack Rainey. Okay, I'm missing my scorecard here. So let me by way of this photo. This is his wife Cindy in the middle. On your left, this is Jack. On your right, this is Bailey. Now I got that straight. All 3 are being charged with tampering with evidence, but neither one has been charged with the actual murder. In fact, police have not released a possible motive in David's slaying, and they have not said who was suspected of killing David. Born in Redlands, California, David became a welder and mechanic on steam and gas turbines, according to his obituary. David traveled all over the United States and the world for his work. He was respected by his peers for his excellent skills, work ethic, and dedication to getting the job done right. The obituary continued that David was a natural athlete and loved that his sons shared his talent. Both boys have been active in baseball, starting with T-ball and continued through the high school varsity baseball program. It adds that he enjoyed traveling with his family to places like Alaska, the White House, and New York City. A GoFundMe launched in David's honor asked for a charitable donation to be made to his sons Bailey and Jack for the future. It raised $475. Cindy and Bailey are being held without bond at the Flagler County Jail, while Jack is being held without bond at the Orange County Jail. And it is unclear whether they have retained attorneys who can comment for them. So, as far as the what we know about this case, the big thing is that they're all charged with tampering with evidence, but neither one of them has been charged with the murder. So I'm gonna stay on top of that one. I'm gonna stay on top of that one, and I will update you as more information comes about on that. Okay, next. Oh, oh boy. This one, I want you all to pay real close attention to this. I could read the article, but I think I'm always of the belief that a picture is worth 1,000 words. So, if a picture is worth 1,000 words, what would one video be saying? Let me go ahead and, if I can, get back to it. First off, I'm going to go ahead and put up this here trigger warning. And then the copyright disclaimer, because this is coming from a different source than what I normally would bring to your attention. This is coming from the YouTube channel Police Activity. Also, I want to give credit where credit is due. The article that I originally would have read came from KABC Channel 7 Eyewitness News in Los Angeles. Shout out to ABC 7 in LA for that. All right. Now that I've given all the credit where credit was due, I've gave all the warnings. This is the video, and as you can see, we have another warning here. The following video contains graphic content that may be disturbing up to some viewers. Discretion is advised. I say discretion is strongly advised.
Wait, hold on. They coming. I have a mom who's taking a child that I have custody of, and I need help because she's getting ready to get into a car and drive off. I'm in San Pedro. I'm in San Pedro right now.
You said you have custody of it, like sole custody?
I have sole custody, yes. And she's getting ready to pull off in the vehicle right now. I am at the cruise terminal, Los Angeles. I don't know where this is right now. I'm sorry. I don't see an address right now.
Do you have a cross street?
Yes, it's let me see. 1 second. It's Harbor Boulevard is the main street, and Swinford. She's starting the vehicle up right now.
Okay.
And she's driving the engine, and she has them in a car with no car seat. Please. Oh my God.
Son, daughter?
It's a son.
And is she the mother of the child?
Yes.
Black, white, Hispanic, or Asian?
I'm sorry?
Is she black, white, Hispanic, or Asian?
She's black.
And how old is she?
I think she's like 38.
What's her name?
Mike Scott. Huh? No, I didn't say that. No, yeah.
And how did she get your son?
It's her son, but she picked him up from Friday. She picked him up from school Friday for me.
And what's your name and phone number?
My phone number?
Yeah. What's your name?
My name is.
What kind of vehicle is she in?
She's in a U-Haul Silverado. A U-Haul truck.
And what's the license?
Shit. I can't really see the license right now. I'm trying to make sure she don't leave.
All right, we'll send an officer out.
Calm down. It's okay. It's okay.
Please don't call me to a place before you run up on me like that. I'm in distress.
Okay, what's
If you
going
need another help for that, don't do that, please. I'm begging y'all. Please don't do that.
Don't do what?
Run up on me and
Look
just
at me.
help.
I'm standing here with my hands in my
Okay.
pockets. All right?
You got that understanding,
Okay.
though, right?
Calm
You on
down.
my page? I'm calm.
No, you're not. Okay,
he
explain to
already-
me what's going on.
I'm calm. I'm
going
calm.
Okay, listen to the officer.
Okay. This officer here?
Yes.
Okay, you know what?
Okay, what's going on?
Okay. So, me and my cousin, okay, here you go right here.
Ma'am, talk to me.
No, it's fine,
Ma'am,
it's fine.
talk to me.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
I'll tell you what.
No, we all can talk together since we all here.
So what's going on?
Okay, so I'm good. I'm a mother.
Okay.
First of all. First.
Yes, I understand. You're a mother.
Okay, and that's it. And I'm having a hard time co-parenting with my cousin here, of course, because then you bring back, you see, it's just me and my child. You know what I'm saying? So please don't.
Ma'am, ma'am.
Okay.
Just making sure
We all can talk. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all wanna do this, y'all can just, you know what I mean?
Listen, dude, I've been able to say about 2 sentences here, okay? Because you haven't been able to explain to me or anything. You keep interrupting me.
I already said I'm in distress already and call somebody that can help me.
Okay, explain to me what that means.
That means that the police does not have no control over this situation.
Okay, I don't really know what the situation is because you haven't been able to explain anything to me. So why don't you take a deep breath, okay, and let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
All right? Because I just got here, and I just got some information from what someone told the dispatcher. I really don't understand. Everyone's safe. I'm not concerned about anything right now. No one's going anywhere. All right? But I need to know why I was brought here. So let me ask you a few questions. This is your son, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how old is he?
5.
5? Okay. Now, explain to me, before anything happened today, what's the custody situation with your son?
The custody situation with my son was that my cousin take care of my son and protect him by all costs until his mother gets out of jail and able to obtain custody herself.
Okay, so there is a court order that's saying this?
No, there was a court order.
There was
the
a court
order is closed.
Okay,
This is a wrap.
Okay, so tell me what the court order originally said.
The court order said for me to listen to my cousin.
Okay.
By all means necessary, because
Your cousin is this gentleman over here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, okay, let me. So you were in jail at some point, correct?
I was incarcerated.
You were incarcerated at some point, all right? And because of that, your cousin had custody of your child.
Yeah.
Yes or no? Okay. So, who made that decision? Was it
Me.
Department of Children? No, who made the decision?
No, I made a decision because I asked the courts, can he go with my cousin? Because I trusted my cousin.
Okay.
With all that the court was asking. The court asked me, did I know anybody? That means if I know you, that means a family member, a friend, a neighbor that I might know, a nice police officer from back in the day you might know, anybody in the world that could come get your baby today.
Okay. So the court gave your cousin custody of your child?
No.
No.
No one has custody of my child. My child's in the system. Meaning he's up for grabs. If I get in trouble, they're going to take him. If he get in trouble, they're going to take him. So no one's right or wrong here.
Okay,
we don't know because we haven't seen no judge.
Let's stop that because obviously we're talking in two different languages here.
Okay, I understand.
Okay,
because
so
I'm upset.
why don't you tell me what happened today?
Oh, what happened today? I got up, I took a shower, I got a shower, and we headed to the park.
Okay.
And then
let me ask you a question. So is he staying with you?
No, the whole time, all summer. every day that he's supposed to be with him. I take him to school. I fix him clothes. I buy his food. I got beat up.
Okay, you tell me a bunch of stuff that doesn't really
No,
apply, but
I'm just telling you.
No, let me, because I need to figure this out.
Because I'm upset, that's why. So
yeah,
you keep telling me to calm down. You can't keep. That's why I said, can you call somebody that can negotiate all of our situations so we all leave fair, so no one just cause no more commotion.
I'm trying to do that.
This is a hazard.
Okay, I'm going to ask you some questions again. Okay, so where do you live?
I live at 14 Nadu.
Okay, is that your own place, or are you staying with someone else?
No, it's a shared living.
Shared living. What does that mean?
Huh?
Explain to me what that means.
Roommate. That means I don't have enough income to live by myself because my cousin gets my income.
So you don't live with your cousin. You
No.
don't live. Okay. Does he live with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Back and forth.
Back and forth.
Joint custody.
So you have joint custody with. How does that work out? Is there certain days that you're
Yeah.
supposed to have him and he's supposed to have him?
Yeah, we agreed with him. He made up everything. Like, I'm just saying yes because he did me a favor.
Okay.
Let's get an understanding. That's I'm trying to get this understood so y'all don't pick sides.
Is this documented?
Yeah, everything is documented. That's why I wanted to have a positive conversation.
You have a copy of that document?
Listen, I have a copy of certain documents. I don't have all the documents in the world to prove what I'm saying is right. He don't have no documents saying that he's right. All I did was take the document that the police asked me for.
Okay. So let's avoid that again. We're talking two different languages, and I don't think we're getting over that. Okay.
But
So
it's not
today,
a game. That's why I'm trying to understand you. No one. It just seems like you don't understand what I'm talking about. He don't understand what I'm talking about. That's why I said don't run up on me like that. To call somebody that can deal with the situation. If you don't know nobody like that, I don't even know who lives in San Pedro. That's why we came to San Pedro.
Okay, you're talking about a bunch of stuff that's implied.
Okay, that's what I'm telling you. Okay. That's what I know.
Again, let me ask you questions, okay? And you can answer them as specific as you can.
We're not going nowhere with this.
Because you're not listening.
I'm listening.
You keep going off on things. Okay, so with you today. Okay, at what point did you first interact with your cousin today that caused this whole commotion to happen?
This morning at 6:45.
Okay, what was that about?
Him picking my son up early.
Okay, so he came to your house to where you live and picked up your son earlier than he's supposed to. When is he supposed to pick him up?
At 9:30 p.m. from 14 Native.
So at 9:30 p.m. he's supposed to
9:45
9:45 p.m. today.
Right now.
Okay.
What time is it?
It's like 8:45. Okay, so but he came over at 6 in the morning. All right, and then what happened then? Did he take your son or did?
No, because that's what I'm trying to get to. That's what I'm trying to get this understanding so y'all don't just ram and kill me or hurt me. You know what I mean? Just going off anybody. Sorry, I've been hurt enough. I just got ambushed in my house on Monday while my son was
it's
there.
It's going to get to the point where I'm not going to listen to you anymore. I'm just going to listen to everything he says.
Okay,
because
well,
you're
you
not
already did that. Where you just
I haven't.
I already put my point. So that's what you're going to do? We got to go to see the judge?
No, you have not explained anything
I don't have nothing else to say. I got the right to remain silent if I'm
That's
under
fine.
arrest.
Then do that, okay?
I'm under arrest?
No, I just wait there.
Okay, thank you.
What's going on, man?
So they don't have any documentation on it, so I'm going to call DCFS with the information they gave me on the child to see if there's an open case.
Everybody knows their rights
said
and they don't give a fuck. Like, I give a fuck about my rights.
She doesn't have custody of him, but they've been letting her see her son because
I
they
don't want to
said
talk
that she's
no
been
more.
doing better. So they gave her permission to see him. But today, when they called for her to return the child, she has been kind of evading them, so they had to come here and track her down.
Thank you.
And she's just refusing to get the child. All they want
Oh,
then
so
is to get
I
the
should
child
have
back.
called kidnapping on him. Okay. Oh, we planning to kidnap
So they're saying that DCSF decided who's supposed to. There's no court order or.
Sergeant's the one that told me because they don't have an actual they don't have documentation paperwork on them.
No, I got it ready.
Sergeant told me to just contact DCFS to see if there's an open case on it already, just to verify.
Okay. So, sir, I'm sorry, you have no paperwork, documentation on you at all? They'll help us.
Wasn't expecting this.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it. I just don't have it on me.
Just coming to pick him up as a normal.
Yeah.
Okay. Then this is what we're going to do. We're going to take custody of your son.
Yeah.
We're going to go back to the station.
Yeah, and all of us going to wait.
No, your son's going to come with us.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we'll have to figure out, we'll have to have DCSF come out, create a whole new case, and
Yeah.
start over again.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. There's no reason.
Agreed. Thank you.
Well, no. Wait.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or we can.
Let him grab her.
I'm just playing. I'm just playing. You didn't give me
We're not
another
playing
option.
games.
Bye. You want your stuff, baby? Let him. Can he get his stuff, please?
Okay, you want him to go with him?
No.
Well, give me his stuff.
I'm just playing. Where else he gonna
Well,
go?
we're
He
not
lives
playing,
with
ma'am.
him.
Aisha, we're not playing games.
Okay,
sir.
we'll get his stuff. Let get his stuff. Like, look, this is very disrespectful.
What's his stuff?
He knows his stuff.
Okay.
Just move. He don't have nothing. This man stars my child.
You know what? If you don't give me his stuff, you can keep it.
No. Well, how am I gonna keep it? And what does that do for my child?
Well, you're not doing anything for your child
Okay,
right now.
I'm just asking you.
Maisha?
I'm stressed out. I'm having a hard time.
Explain to her what Department of Child Family Services do.
Okay, come on. You're gonna be good. You can talk.
Okay, don't walk away, ma'am.
I've got to smoke. I've got to smoke. I'm trying to smoke. Okay. Yeah, I'm telling you, I don't blow to your face.
I spoke to the supervisor down at the CFS, and they informed me that on 2019 there was no complaints, and it shows that legal guardian.
2019? Yes. No, this been illegally. See, this is how I know this is negligence. Since 2017. Yeah. So now, what's the next one?
Okay, Maisha.
That was the last case that was.
Okay.
So as
it was
any
another
prior
one?
information on it?
Whoa!
You didn't let me finish now. Sorry.
I'm just excited.
Sorry.
That's it.
So it does show that.
Yeah. It was based on the information that the department got from the Department of Child Family Services.
Why don't you go with your help, okay? You know what? We're not gonna. Don't worry. Just take him over, walk him in the car.
It's okay. She can.
Does he have a backpack?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Grab that
All
from
of his stuff.
All right, I'll get that from him, all right?
Damn. Like, why are y'all doing this to me?
We're not. We're just.
Y'all did. Look.
Where's his backpack?
And he told my son that he not safe. Look how he holding my son.
Where's his backpack?
I'm your anger. I love you, son. Don't fight. Relax. Y'all have a good night.
You too.
Get ready, Case. Just watch her. No.
So, you guys got all her information?
Yes, my partner has enough.
Okay.
3189.
DCSF know that.
Whoa, hey! 3189.
The incident number is
3189. Whoa, hey! Whoa! 511 officers help, shots fired. The target. Partner, where are you? Get in the car.
Let DCSF know that.
Sure.
Into the curb. Hey guys, any U-turn coming back at the officers, coming back to Kathy off of, I believe this is Shepherd here.
Oh, up there. I'm gonna go over the thing there. Oh,
It's actually Paso Del
okay,
Mar.
she's out.
At TC, into the park here, guys. Hold the frequency control, hold the frequency.
Can't see it. Airbags are open. We're gonna get her, Ralph.
Can't start the six with the vehicle for sale, Commander Paso Del Mar at Gaffney.
Go ahead. Approach on the side. So we'll rest from. You guys stand by. Stand by. Stand by. Go ahead. By approaching, go ahead. Stand by. Hey guys, just pull her out and flip her over.
Got it. Got it. Let me know when to approach. Go.
Hey, go ahead. Go ahead. Pull her out. Pull her out.
Give me her. Give me her. Come here. Come here. On your stomach. On your stomach. On your stomach.
Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Anybody else in the car? Good?
Good.
First of all, I want to thank Police Activities YouTube channel for providing providing this video, and my apologies for the profane language that was used earlier by the suspect in this case. Also, again, I want to shout out KABC in Los Angeles for the following article that goes with this song. All right, here we go. New video shows woman running over son's foster mom during child custody dispute in San Pedro. Body camera video, as you just seen, showed what happened before Los Angeles police officers opened fire on a woman who they say intentionally struck her child's foster mother with a car during a child custody dispute in San Pedro. The incident happened on October 1st at a Target parking lot near Capitol Drive and Gaffey Street. Police say 39-year-old Maisha Scott was there to meet with the child's foster parents for a peaceful transfer of custody. However, again, as you have just seen, things took a dramatic turn, forcing the foster father to call 911. I'll spare you all the details. You've heard the 911 call at the beginning. Moments later, responding officers were able to intervene in the custody of the custody dispute and talk to Scott. After a lengthy discussion, police took the 5-year-old boy and turned him over to the foster parents. Scott then got in her truck, a white U-Haul pickup, appearing to drive away. But moments later, she turned around and hit the gas. She began driving straight toward the child's foster mother and nearby officers. In the body cam video, you can hear an officer trying to get her to stop as tires screech in the background. A Target security camera also captured the sudden explosion of rage. You can see Scott speeding through the parking lot, striking the foster mom and nearly hitting officers nearby. As Scott continued to drive away, she encountered another officer who opened fire. A brief chase ensued, but the woman eventually hit a tree at the Paseo Del Mar and Pacific and was taken into custody. Police say she was not hit by gunfire, but she sustained minor injuries due to the crash. Scott has since been arrested and charged with 2 counts of attempted murder, assault with a deadly weapon on a police officer, and felony evading. The foster mother who was run down was not seriously injured. She was treated at the scene and was released shortly after. No officers were injured. Scott's vehicle was impounded as evidence, The complete investigation, it will be reviewed by the Chief of Police, the Board of Police Commissioners, and the Office of the Inspector General. Guys, of all things that I've seen, heard, and read over ever since starting Bethea'S Byte Reloaded, this one took the cake. Completely took the cake. Anyway, it's going to be reviewed by the Chief of Police, the Board of Police Commissioners, and the Office of the Inspector General. The LA County District Attorney's Office, which also responded to the scene, will review the case to determine if the force used by the officer was reasonable. If you were watching the same video as I was, you would probably agree that that force was indeed reasonable. As for Maisha Scott, I believe she really and desperately needs a lot of help. And you all know what I mean when I say that. Arizona. Oh, let me hit this story up. Okay, an Arizona man arrested in California after a body was found in a car's trunk. This is out of Huntington Beach, California. An Arizona man is accused of murder after a woman's body was found in California. On Monday, officers with the Huntington Beach Police Department were called to a home in reference to a family disturbance. During the initial investigation, officers discovered a woman's body in the trunk of a car. Police officials say she died under suspicious circumstances. This was the missing and endangered flyer for one Christy Lynn Romero, age 54, and the suspect, 34-year-old Richard Paul Rodriguez. Authorities have not released the woman's name or an exact cause of death. But based on interviews and evidence located at the scene, 34-year-old Richard Paul Rodriguez of Holbrook, Arizona, was arrested. He is booked into jail on a charge of murder. Also, the Holbrook Police Department announced it was looking for 54-year-old Christy Lynn Romero, who was believed to have been taken by Rodriguez. It is unclear if the woman found dead in California is Romero. The investigation is still ongoing. If anyone has any information related to this crime or have any information on the whereabouts of Christy Lynn Romero, please do not hesitate. Call 911 or get in contact with Detective McCollum at area code 714-960-8848. Additionally, you can contact the OC Crime Stoppers at 1-855-TIP-OCCS. That's 1-855-847-6227, and you can remain anonymous. Guys, if it is not Romero, let's do what we can to bring Christy Lynn Romero home safe. If it is, let's bring her home and give that family some peace of mind. If you see something, always, by all means, say something. Next on the docket. This one may make you sick. This one may make you sick. So, this one may make you sick. So to no one's surprise, I'm throwing out the trigger warning. Okay? What you're about to hear maybe triggering to your mental health. Viewer discretion strongly advised. This is coming from WEVV 44 News in Evansville, Indiana. Three people have been arrested on neglect charges in Evansville after police say an infant child nearly died after being bitten dozens of times, by rats. Again, the details of the story is graphic, extremely graphic in nature. Okay? Whew. Officers with the Evansville Police Department say they were called to a home on South Linwood Avenue on September 13th by David Schaunebaum, who said he found a 6-month-old child in his bassinet covered in blood. At the home, police say they found the bassinet filled with blood with what appeared to be rodent footprints left in the blood. Police say the room itself was full of clutter, trash, and discarded food. They say that several items in the room appeared as if they had been chewed on by rodents, and there was rodent feces on the floor. According to the Evansville PD, the child that was injured suffered a near-death experience. They say the unidentified infant had 50 bites on his face, bites on his foot and toes, and bites on his fingers, arm, and hands that exposed bone. After being taken to the emergency room in Evansville, police say the child had to be flown to Indianapolis for further treatment. They say he was given a blood transfusion at the hospital because of the amount of blood that was lost. According to police, David Schaunebaum had been living at the home with his wife, Angel Schaunebaum, along with her sister, Delana Thurman. Police say that David and Angel had 3 kids living inside the home, and that Delana had moved in with her 2 children. Police say they brought David in for an interview at headquarters. David said that they were allowed to live at the home for free by his cousin, as long as he took care of upkeep at the house, according to the EPD. They say that David told them they developed a problem with mice and rats back in March, and that he had been setting rat traps and bait boxes provided by Terminix. Davis said that despite that, the problem persisted and he would catch as many as 4 rats a night. Police say they reviewed text messages between David and his Terminix service provider where he described being completely overwhelmed with rats. In text messages reviewed by police, David explained that he was filling the traps with rats until they broke and that roaches were starting to come back. Records reviewed by police show that Terminix employees documented garbage bags stacked in the backyard, noting that they would attract rodents. When police questioned David about the 6-month-old's injuries, they say he explained that he and Delana had been looking after him, but hadn't heard him making any noise up to the time he fell asleep on the couch around 3 a.m. David went on to tell police that he went to check on the child after waking up around 6:30 a.m. that morning when he found him lying on his stomach with blood everywhere. When police interviewed Delana, they say she told him that several of the other children in the home had told a teacher at their school that their toes were bit by mice while they were sleeping just a few weeks earlier. She told police that a DCS agent came out to the house to talk to them about what the kids had said at school. But she said she told the DCS agent she doubted the marks on the child's toes were from mice. According to police, Delana said the DCS agent was scheduled to come back to the house on September 14th, the day after the 6-month-old child nearly died from the bites. After the 6-month-old was taken to the hospital, police said they learned there was already a DCS case against Angel and David. They said the case was opened in December 2022 when David and Angel were accused of not supervising one of the children, leading to an injury. Police say that Mallinger Home-Based Services had also been working with David and Angel since April. They say there were reports that noted that the home was filled with clutter, animal feces, trash, and dirty dishes that indicated that conditions at the home were slowly improving, according to police. They say the walkthrough at the home before the incident took place on September 9th. Police say all 5 of the kids were removed from the care of Angel, David, and Delana after the incident. They say David was able to find a new home to move into within 24 hours. As a result of the investigation, all 3 were arrested and booked into the Vanderbilt County Jail on a long list of neglect charges. David and Angel are being held on $10,000 bonds, while Delana's was set at $2,500. In an update, there was a trial date set for the mom arrested after infant was bitten dozens of times by rats. Trial date been set for Evansville mother who was arrested in connection to a gruesome case of neglect. Angel Schaunebaum appeared in court for a hearing Friday, where her jury trial date is set for April 1st, 2024. Court records say Angel also requested a bond reduction at Friday's hearing, but the state objected to that request. She's currently being held on a $10,000 cash bond. Angel was arrested on neglect charges alongside her husband David and her sister Delana Thurman after police said a 6-month-old child nearly died after being eaten alive by rats at a home on South Linwood Avenue, according to investigators. The young victim was released from the hospital, and multiple other children were removed from a rodent-infested home. Thurman had a case as well, where she had another hearing set for November 10, and I'll be sure to get that information to you. As for David, he's awaiting his next hearing in the case, which is scheduled for December 1st. Who in the world would just leave a child to be practically eaten alive by rats, knowing that house was rat infested? David, at the very least, should have been able to find a home for that whole entire family within the 24-hour span that he was able to find it in. That is absolutely crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. Like I said, I'll be sure to get more information on this and bring it to you as it comes in. Oh, one more for the Justice Serve file. And this one is well deserved. Man gets 100 years for accidentally killing his 8-year-old daughter while trying to shoot his 18-year-old son. A Montana man was sentenced to 100 years in prison for unintentionally shooting and killing his 8-year-old daughter while firing shots at the girl's mother and son. Tony Luis Valles of Helena learned his fate when Lewis and Clark District Court Judge Mike Menahan handed down the sentence. In September, Valles pleaded guilty to 1 count of deliberate homicide, according to KTVH. He was initially charged with 1 count of deliberate homicide, 2 counts of attempted deliberate homicide, and 1 count of criminal endangerment. Velez was arrested on July 10, 2022, after he killed his 8-year-old daughter, Ariana Velez, when he flew into a rage, as according to authorities. Velez believed that 2 women had come to the house to evict him, and he lost his temper, according to court documents. He grabbed a gun from his bedroom and began shooting, court records show. He told police he shot his partner Heather Hall until she fell to the ground. He then began shooting at his 18-year-old son. He missed and instead shot his daughter in the back as she was trying to run from the gunfire. That's according to Helena Police Department Sergeant Adam Shank's testimony. Ariana was standing on the back deck at the top of the stairs when she was struck by one of the bullets, which caused her to fall off the deck. She was rushed to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. He felt justified in trying to shoot his partner and son, Shank said from the witness stand. I don't think he initially realized he had shot Ariana. Velez's attorney asked for a 40-year sentence. District Attorney Kevin Downs recommended a sentence of 100 years, which the judge found appropriate and warranted. I just can't believe being a victim would justify picking up a handgun in that small of a space with children present, the judge said during the sentencing hearing. He engaged in dangerous behavior that put everyone's life at risk and intended to bring harm to the adults present. Velez appeared at the hearing via Zoom. Ariana's mother is still mourning her daughter's loss. The day Ariana died, so did a part of my heart, Heather Hall said. I feel lost. I don't know what to do. It's a never-ending nightmare of pain. Night and day, it's this prevailing thought that she died and I lived. Velez, who will be eligible for parole when he is 91, apologized for his actions. I'm sorry for all this, he said. I can't undo what I've done. The pain and the misery will last a lifetime, and I'm sorry for that. Yeah, he's eligible for parole when if he reaches the age of 91. But my opinion, I believe the guilt is what's going to eat him alive, and it'll be in that prison cell where he'll take his last breath. All right, I have one last case to bring to you, and this will wrap up Bethea'S Byte Reloaded for this week. A Kentucky mother is charged with shooting and killing her 2 children. There's a look at your defendant, Tiffany Lucas. 2 children were killed in a shooting Wednesday morning in Bullitt County. Bullitt County Sheriff's Office says it responded to reports of a shooting at 213 Bentwood Drive around 11:07 Wednesday. When police arrived, they located 2 children with gunshot wounds. Both children were transported to Norton Children's Hospital in critical condition. Around 2:50 p.m., police provided an update saying that both children died from their injuries. Officials said they were 6 and 9 years old. 32-year-old Tiffany Lucas, who's the mother of the victims, was arrested and charged with 2 counts of murder. Now, I've got time, ladies and gentlemen. So what I'm going to do real quick is see if I can get an update on this case before I wrap it up. Maybe, I don't know. Oh boy. This will help me. Yes, it will. All right. Let me go ahead and share this with you all. courtesy of WAVE Channel 3. This is out of Louisville, Kentucky. Bond for the Bullitt County woman charged with the shooting deaths of her 2 children has been set at $2 million. 32-year-old Tiffany Lucas of Shepherdsville is being held in the Bullitt County Detention Center on 2 counts of murder. Lucas was arrested after deputies were called to her home in the 200 block of Bentwood, found 2 boys ages 9 and 6 in a bedroom with gunshot wounds. The arrest report says a witness told deputies Lucas was the one who shot the children. A gun believed to be the one used in the shootings was found on the bed. The children were rushed to Norton Children's Hospital, but both died after arrival. Their names have not been released. District Court Judge Jennifer Porter set the bond after entering a not guilty plea for Lucas. Porter says she believes Lucas is a danger to others. If the bond is posted, Lucas is not to be in possession of firearms. Lucas will be back in court for a preliminary hearing on November 14th, and a public defender has been appointed to represent her. So there you have it. There you have it. Tiffany Lucas on a $2 million bond. She shot her own kids, or allegedly. Do I believe she should be hit with have any kind of bond? No. But that's neither here nor there. That's only my opinion. With a lot of cases that I've covered today, I will keep you abreast of any and all information that comes up, and I will be sure to update you all. But for now, that's it for a busy week leading up to today's Bethea'S Byte Reloaded. I want to thank everybody who showed up. I thank everybody that'll likely watch this replay. This has been a busy week, let me tell you, and I believe it's only going to get crazier from here. But hey, like I said, it's gonna be worth covering everything. So I'm going to end this right now. Again, thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for jumping in the chat. Thank you all for the support, for the love, the dedication. You guys are amazing. And as I'll say in my close, I couldn't dream of doing this without you. As always, you're the ones that make this thing run. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I love you all. Please be sure to get a hold of me on social media. That's on Facebook, on X, here on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, or by email at kingofhearts36_09@outlook.com. That's going to wrap it up for me. I'm Ernest Bethea, the Last Outlaw. This is your drama-free true crime destination, Bethea'S Byte Reloaded. I thank you wholeheartedly, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, I want you all to love each other, love yourselves, be kind to one another. Remember, I love you all. Take that love and spread it around so we can see you back here next week. Because no matter what, even justice doesn't take a holiday. I'll see you next time. Until then, you all know what to do. Bite this. Hey guys, this is the Last Outlaw saying thank you to all of you who watched this video and subscribe to Bethea'S Byte Reloaded, your drama-free true crime destination. I couldn't dream of doing this without you, so thank you. Did you enjoy this presentation? Are you looking to get more information on everything presented here? Are you looking to give more feedback on this presentation? Here's what you can do. Like this video. The more eyes on this video, the more this information is spread to others, which brings us a step closer to justice served. Share this video to your social media. Just like dropping a like, the more eyes on this video, the closer we get to justice served. Drop me a comment, whether it's on the topic or the presentation. I am open to all comments, whether it's a theory, a speculation, or a suggestion. I will respond to all. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button to show your support of this little true crime engine, powered by you. Set the notification bell to all for future videos. Be sure to follow Bethea'S Byte Reloaded all over social media. At Bethea'S Byte Reloaded True Crime on Facebook. At EKB316 on X, formerly known as Twitter. At Bethea'S Byte Reloaded on YouTube. At EKB316 on Instagram. At King of Hearts 316 2021 on TikTok. You can drop me an email as well. The address is kingofhearts316_09 at outlook.com. This is your home for news without the drama, where your opinions matter, for lively debates, where your voice is heard, and above all else, justice served. This is Bethea'S Byte, and it's reloaded.